Thanks to Ryan Fitzsimmons. Thanks to Ryan Fitzsimmons, we figured it out. We figured it out. Thank you, Ryan Fitzsimmons. We figured it out. We figured it out. Take two. Take two, you all. Oh, I'm hearing myself sing my song about Ryan Fitzsimmons. We got it. We did what had to be. You know, we're problem solvers here at Orange Room. Here at Orange Room, we give you the tools to salvage the live stream. And so here we are. And, oh, shut up, you. I hear you talking, and I hear you a-squawking, Mr. Man. I'm going to share this over here. Now I've shared it. Action! Hello, Cleveland. Hello, Ashwaubenon. Folks, here we are back in Orange Room. What I was trying to say before I got rudely... A strange situation with technology there. Things were not making sense because you were hearing the guitar, but you weren't hearing the mic. Which is weird because you should have. So anyways, we've restarted everything and now we're all good. But now we're back and you can hear me speak into the night. And I've got Howlin' Wolf here to say many things magical. So I'm back with the Black Strat. I'm back with 4 of the guitars I've had here for a few weeks, but they're going back to Wildwood today. As soon as I can pack them up. And these are guitars that we had lurking here that Wildwood had sent me. A couple of Wildwood exclusive Reverends. And then this is a Wildwood 1061 Strat. Can you dig it? Sounds so good. Paul G. Brown. Oh, that felt good right down to where? My damn corns. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like it all. Was that the neck pickup or middle pickup? I was going all over the place on that one. I was going all over the place. Cheese Blues, where's Dylan? Dylan is only here with me on Mondays and Fridays. Fancy that. Just me here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And on Friday, we have Matt Turner, the burner, that joins us. That's what we've been doing. It is squishy, Lawton Childs. Lawton Child. Lawton Child. I turn this amp up in here. It's because I want to feel some more power. Sometimes I need to feel some power in the room. Yes, the power and might and majesty. Someone was asking what pedals I'm using. All the lead sounds you're hearing is the amplifier, and that is my signature Koch amplifier. The Greg, it's called, that blue beast behind me right there. There it is. There it is. It sounds so delicious. And we got Toledo in the house. Daniel Rush from Toledo. I want you to go to delicious Tony Paco's and pile on the delicious nourishment. Tony Paco's delicious hot dogs, delicious pickles, if we're honest. The pickles there slap off the bone. They're at Tony Paco's in Toledo, Ohio. You must go there and feast like a demon of the night. They got a cabbage roll there. Pop! Hot dogs, pop! So succulent, so juicy. The spatzel. You say spatzel, I say spatzel. Do what you got to do. Delicious. I'm just thinking now about delicious food. I'm back on my diet today, ladies and gentlemen. So I've had like protein bars all day today. And so when I saw Toledo, first thing I thought of was Tony Packo's, you see, a hot dog place. Klinger used to talk about Tony Packo's on MASH back in the day, if you will all remember MASH. Can you dig it? Mm-hmm. Demon cabbage roll, yeah. That little pedal right there is the Magna Vibe. I've been using that in addition to, on the amp there's a harmonic vibrato. Hey, David O'Loughlin. Greetings to you. Happy New Year. Whoa. That was a little wing, a little wing, a little wing. On this fine Wildwood 10 Strat, a caster. Oh, I have a little sip. I did Scuttlebutton just a few minutes ago, as a matter of fact, strangely enough. Oh, that's a delicious beverage. That's number 4 today for me. I only get 4 cups a day now. So I got to time it out. Felt it was time. I felt it was time. Is the blue amp really 2 10s? Yes, it is. It is. like that. Can you dig that kind of activity? Stratocaster is good for your soul. Stratocaster is good for your soul. Again, this is that delicious Wildwood 1061 heavy relic. I saw somewhere, sometime, somewhere, someone said, it's not a 61. It's a new guitar. Well, you're right. Of course, you're always right, internet person. But it is created in the specifications of a 61, you see. So it is a Fender Custom Shop 61. Wait a minute. It's a 2021 61 Strat from the Fender Custom Shop. Wildwood 10. Dealer select Wildwood 10. Can you dig it? I like it. Oh, yes, a mighty relic. Someone's saying, hey, it's got damaged in shipping. You know, some people don't get the relicking thing, and I understand that, but having played a million of these guitars now, I can tell you that relics sound a certain way. People can say, I don't believe it. Well, sorry. I've played thousands of these guitars, and I'm telling you that the relic guitars, and that's where I had the idea, well, Wildwood and I had the same idea, but it was the idea of doing a relic ready, which means it's got the thin coat of nitro, so the wood's going to breathe more, and then you can relic it yourself. So Wildwood does some of those where it's not damaged. But the relics themselves are also cool, and if you like the look and feel of a played and damaged guitar from years of plunder, Because let's be honest, folks, if you played a 61 Strat, it'd be a lot of money, okay? These are a lot of money, but these are no comparison to the amount of money you'd be spending on a real 61 Strat. It'd be 25 grand if in you know, a player's verge. That's a lot of scalote. This is 5K, but you know what? It's a custom shop guitar. People were asking me the other day, I was talking to Devin Ullman, as a matter of fact, and he was asking me, he saw a particular master-built guitar, a Wildwood 10 that he really, really liked, and he asked, what's the difference between the master-built guitars and the team-built? And the master builders have their first choice of the wood. So first and foremost, the wood is superior. Now, does it mean that one guy is making that entire guitar all by himself? No, there is some team activity, but he's overseeing it. The master builder's overseeing it from beginning to end. And again, they get the choice of the best woods. So the Wildwood 10s, of course, come with the special pickups that are made in the Fender Custom Shop for Wildwood that you can only get on a Wildwood 10. And 10-inch radius and 6105 frets. So you got flatter radius, taller frets. And there you go. There you have it. Can you dig it? Do you ever find that the volume knob in the Strat gets in the way of all your right hand? No, you know, because I played Strats for years on end. At one point, I switched to primarily a Tele, and I started off playing on a Tele. Always had a Tele in the arsenal. I played 335s for all through my college years and shortly thereafter. Then I switched to a Strat as my main guitar. Strat and kind of a souped-up Tele. But Strat was my main guitar for a good decade, I want to say. But I was always playing Teles here and there, especially on recordings. And then I switched to primarily a Tele, and then occasionally a Strat after that. So I know, I'm thoroughly familiar with the ins and outs of a Stratocaster. And so, yeah, I just kind of play differently on Strats versus the Teles in terms of taking advantage of all the, you know, I like those little wah things I'll do with the tone, you know, like the toggle switch on a Strat, I'll, you know. I'll do a lot of that palm muting stuff, or palm vibrato. So forth. Strats are just a little temperamental to me. You always got to be futzing with them in order to keep them, especially because I play hard and I'm always whacking with the whammy bar and doing stuff behind the nut, grabbing the strings and whatnot, and my palm stuff. So I got to be on top of keeping that sucker in tune over there one time. Whereas Teles, you can treat them like a damn farm animal and they take it. And Reverend Gristlemaster is a iteration of that, and of course the new Gristle 90, which Wildwood has a bunch of them in stock now because they were in short supply for a long time. So there is all the colors available, including the Tosa turquoise. There's one gold one left. There's the black ones. Those are all there. And there you have it. Do I own a rosewood board Strat? Good question, Mark Knight. At this point, I do not. And I don't have a Fender rosewood board Strat right now. You know, years ago, my main guitar was a Mary Kay reissue. It was like a 1989, maybe 1990, somewhere back in the day. And Fender made a reissue Mary Kay Strat, and they made a 57 version and a 63 version. And I had the 63 version, so I had the rosewood board, but it was the ash body. And that worked quite well for Drade for quite some time. And then I decided I wanted a maple, you know, because a buddy of mine had a 56 Strat, and I just loved it, so I wanted that feeling in my existence. So that's when I ordered that blue custom shop Strat that was basically designed to be like my buddy's 56 Strat, but with some modern accoutrements. So I kind of got a hankering for one of these, and they've sent a few of these 61 Strats to my house. There was one that was in kind of a, it wasn't a Taos turquoise. It was a, some kind of a blue. No, it was a turquoise. What was that? Ocean turquoise? No, maybe. I can't remember it, but it was tempting my soul. I actually used it on a track of the new record that's coming out soon. I used that guitar. And sounded so diggity doggone delicious, and it's good for your soul. So I need another one, is basically what I'm saying. I'm due for a Rosewood Strat. I did have a real 63 Strat for a time. I cracked the headstock on it. One of the pickups was messed up, and it had been repainted and yada yada. Finally, I just got rid of it, and I sold it to. I was going through a music store, a buddy of mine. And I said, I don't want people knowing that this was my guitar, just because I don't want to get into that. Just selling the guitar and the merits of the guitar and yada, yada, yada. He said, no problem. This guy just wants a player's guitar. He's not interested in any of the lore. I'm like, great. So sell him the guitar and don't tell him it was mine. And then a few years later, the guy who just wanted to play it because he wanted it, next thing you know, I get a hold of some guy from Sweden's emailing me going, hey, can you tell me a little bit about this guitar that's for sale? I heard it was yours. I'm like, nope. No, I cannot. No, I cannot. No, I cannot. I diddle 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 diddle. No, I cannot. Greetings from Athens, Greece. Oh, I love Greece. A glorious place. Diddle 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 diddle. All right, now just for kicks and giggles, folks, as I said, I've got 4 guitars here that I did some videos with today for our Wildwood buddies. Me and Paulie Brown were working it out, did some videos, did some overviews, did some Wildwood 30s. And so usually when we get that done, I send these guitars back. So these guitars are all headed back to Wildwood. And do you still have that lobster-shaped guitar? I don't have a lobster-shaped guitar. Lobster's delicious, though. Am I right? It is so damn delicious. Let's switch guitars. Who's my number one influence? Well, it's hard to say. Hendrix was primarily my main influence back in the day. And, of course, Creamier, Clapton, and Albert Lee, Roy Buchanan, Danny Gatton, Albert Collins, Albert King, B.B. King, big time. Dickie Betts, Dwayne Allman, Steve Morse, Mark Knopfler, you know, these types of individuals. I always forget people. Who am I forgetting? Why 10s in my amp and not 12s? Because I always like Vibroluxes. I like the sound of 10s. I like they're tight. Although in the head version of the amp, I have a 212 cabinet, and that moves a little bit more girth. Do I like Jazzmasters? I do, David. I don't own one right now, but I am tempted to get one. So this guitar right here is a Sensei Junior. You can barely hear me. What are you talking about? Checka checka 1 damn 2. Someone's asking what the 3 knobs are on the guitar. You got the volume, of course. You got your tone. You got your bass contour control. So I got. Sensei Junior. This is that Reverend 9A5 P90 on this bad boy. Designed by our buddy Joe Naylor. Nailing it. And these guys are a good bargain. Oh, shit. Ah. There we go. I like all that kind of talk. It makes me feel so naughty. Folks, this is a Sensei Junior available at Wildwood Guitars. I do have a link to the guitar. If you're wondering all the guitars I'm playing today, there are links in the description of the video that you can go to and engage in sweet, sweet information. Engage in sweet, sweet information. I'm going through my Koch amplifier, the Greg. That's where you're hearing all those sinuous tones emanating from. And they do sell those at Wildwood Guitars too. If you're, I don't think they have any in stock right now, but they have some coming. I know that. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can and will you dig it? Can you pick it, lick it, roll it, flick it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? That felt good to get that out of my system. Again, this is a Sensei Junior and delicious, some kind of metallic. Tell you what it is. It's metallic alpine. Metallic alpine. Metallic alpine. 3-piece carina body. Medium oval neck. Pow! Ferro fingerboard. 12-inch radius. 22 medium jumbo frets. You got the lock and pin tuners. You got a 9A5 bridge pickup. You got the bass contour control, a tone control, and of course a volume control. All available on this delicious specimen. I do have a link to the Wildwood Guitars site that you can. This is a very equitably priced instrument as well, in comparison to a lot of things. What price is it? It is $899. $899. Do. FYI, $899. Metallic Alpine almost kind of matches my coat. You know, in the wintertime, I usually wear a t-shirt and then wear some kind of coat over it. So I've got a few different shirts I wear, and you've probably seen this shirt before. But you know what? It's hard to find shirts for a fella my size, folks. It's hard. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm 6'7", and my girth fluctuates quite a bit. I'm on a de-girthing program right now. De-girthing. That sounds kind of weird when you're de-girthing. Folks, de-girthing. These are guitars that are headed back to Wildwood. I had that custom shop guitar. Verdant Baby Puke Green. Wow, Elbar. That is powerful. Please show the back. There you go. There's the back. There is a little contour for your abdomen there. A contour for your abdomen. Say you've got a ballum and you don't want it to get poked by the rim of the guitar, then you have a contour for your ballum. For your ballum. I'm calling it the ballum. There you have it. Everybody must de-girth. Everybody must de-girth. Well, they'll girth you when you feast like a beast in heat. What I'm trying to say is I like to eat. They'll girth you when you get some tasty donuts. I don't even know what that means. Tasty donuts. I don't eat donuts. Well, I will if they're in front of me. Am I right or am I right? What strings are on this guitar? Well, this one came from Wildwood, so it's whatever on here. And 99.9% of the time, these guitars come with just 10 through 46 on them, which is what I use at the home on my guitars. For a while there, I switched to 11s, and I dug it. But the problem was I'd go to Wildwood and play all the guitars, and they all had 10s on them. And if I was used to 11s, it was just weird. So I just said, you know what, 10s it is. 10s. There you go. And I also have 10s on the on my, well, actually, this is a Gibson scale, right? So the shorter scale guitars. Then they're really buttery. Have I tried 7-gauge? That's too doggone light for old Drade. No, just like rubber bands. Hey, Athens, Greece. I feasted in Athens. I got to tell you that right now. I feasted. Oh, Lord, piles of meat. Piles of meat were consumed in the night in Athens. My buddy from Jam Pedals, Emmanuel, and Giannis, we feasted. And huge piles of meat. I got to tell you what, they just kept on bringing it out. It's just so doggone delicious. Folks, you know what? I went a little over time today. I got so excited playing these guitars. There you have it. Again, this is the Sensei Junior. Another one of these guitars, this glorious red sparkle Airwave 12-string from our friends at Reverend. This is a Wildwood exclusive as well, that red sparkle. There's a link to that rascal. And also they did a exclusive version of the double agent OG with this black sparkle finish. Isn't that sexy? Diggity dog on it. It's just so beautiful. It makes my nostrils flare. Well, I wish you could see my nostrils right now, because well, you can probably see them flaring. Huh? See? That's what a sparkle finish does to me. It makes me flare my damn nostrils. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? It's the double agent. You got that delicious P90 and a humbucker here. That's a delicious communion. Telecontrols, you got the volume and tone. And then up here is your bass contour, which is that delicious control that Reverend does that gives it so much more versatility. You know what's cool about the Reverend guitar? Well, there's many different, but ergonomically, they're just tricked out. So you got the pin locking tuners, which is just a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. That's what I always modified my other guitars to be. Anyway, I always put a volume bleed or a treble bleed thing on my volume control so I don't lose any highs when I turn down the volume. Reverend always takes care of that. So those two things. And then you've got that bass contour, which gives you so much more flexibility with whatever guitar it is. You get extra tones. Extra tones for your listening and dining pleasure. That's important. All right, friends. Listen, thanks for tuning in. Appreciated it as always. And have a pleasant remainder of your day. Be back here on Thursday. Hopefully I'll have some new guitars to play because these are heading back. They're heading back to Wildwoods. And we'll be rocking and we'll be rolling. We'll see you cats in the flippity. Adios.